Hello again. This year's Betfair World Snooker Championship is more than just the O'Sullivan show, but Ronnie's return has certainly added a touch of soap opera to proceedings here, with a plot line that even he's uncertain about. Because in the last 11 and a half months, Ronnie O'Sullivan has picked up a cue in anger once in a very low-key minor match. A match he lost, incidentally. So, coming back here today, this morning, to the Crucible, quite a mission. But as you all know, with Ronnie, anything's possible.
Even though there was 1,000 people in that arena, and there was God knows how many people watching it on the TV, I just felt that for a certain point, for an amount of time, it was just me and my little boy in that auditorium. That will carry with me for the rest of my life. And in some ways it seemed quite fitting to end it on that note. My final parting was last year. In some sort of ways I still see that as my way of saying thank you very much. That was the final chapter. Like I said, I had 20 years and I kind of struggled with my sport, if you like, but I stuck to it. And for me to finish playing the way I did last year and to have little Ronnie there, for me it doesn't ever get any better than that. Even if I won 7, 8, 10 world titles, to me that will be the most special one. The right time to say goodbye, really, I suppose. Because as soon as I stopped playing snooker, I just assumed that I'd run more, I'd be down the gym more, I'd be running marathons in 2 hours, 45 minutes, and it was absolutely the complete opposite. I was laying in bed till 10:30, 11. I was thinking, God, I can't run at this time, I'm normally out the door by 8:30, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like, so I kind of just, it was like, I felt like I was just existing in some sort of ways. But then it came to a point where I thought, you know, it's important that I go to work. Whether that's playing snooker, whether it's doing something, I needed to go to work, and you know, things never took off for me because I was looking to do other stuff away from snooker and find a new career, if you like, but it kind of never happened, and I got a bit scared, to be honest with you, and I just thought, you know what, if I leave snooker for much longer, that opportunity to go back might not be there. Overly enamoured about having to come back because I was quite content with my decision. I was happy, but what I wasn't happy with was that I kind of lost some sort of focus in my life, and I needed to get to do some sort of work, and it would need to be something that would bring some, you know, just, you know, it ebbed away at my self-esteem in some sort of ways, that I had no income. You know, I felt like a bit, you know, I don't know, it's a kind of weird, you know, I felt exposed in some sort of way, and I just kind of felt my insecurities all popping up. And I just thought I need to have some sort of income that can pay the bills and just pay my way in life. I've never taken this amount of time off from the game, you know, so I'm really sort of, I don't know what to expect. Talking about me winning it and being a favourite and second favourite, I don't know, mate. I don't know. And in some ways, it's sort of, I think it needs a player to come along and have the confidence to say, no, this is going to be my world title. I forget Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's 37. He's had a year at it. He's the oldest world champion there was since Ray Reardon. Why is there no one out there saying, no, I'm the new governor, I'm the new daddy. It's his time's over. No one seems to have that confidence to want to grab that mantle. There's nothing left for me to prove in the sport. I'm going back to Sheffield, opening match, and what an opportunity. And what's the worst that can happen? I lose first round. I get beat. I'm number 30 in the world rankings. Alright. People say, oh, you shouldn't have played, you should have just stayed at home, you shouldn't have come back so soon, why did he come back to the world title? But for me, it's more about the journey, you know, it's got me out of bed for the last 2 months. I go and get beat at Sheffield and I get beat first round. I've had a good 2 months. Alright, people will only see the disappointment of me losing the match at Sheffield, but I've had a good 2 months leading up to Sheffield, and then I'll probably have another break after Sheffield, and if I feel like getting my cue out again, I'll get my cue out again and I'll hit a few balls. But it'll be because I want to do it, not because I feel like I have to do it.
So at 10:15 this morning, the Rocket emerged to a thunderous welcome upon his return, ready to take on the world number 27 from Scotland, Marcus Campbell. We were off and running.
The Rocket's back, and he takes the first frame in style. It's there. It's one apiece. Oh, well, would you believe it? Ronnie O'Sullivan will be delighted. Marcus Campbell will be kicking himself. There he goes, and Ronnie O'Sullivan stretched his lead to 3. Ronnie will be disappointed with that. Marcus Campbell trails 5 frames to 2. And Ronnie O'Sullivan, defending champion, ends the first session, leading by 7 frames to 2.
So Ronnie O'Sullivan back to the Crucible and back to match play snooker, Stephen. You'd expect him to have signs of rustiness. Did you see any?
No, although for a split second of that match, after Marcus Campbell had scrambled a really good second frame, it looked like Marcus Campbell was settling down, looked like he was starting to dominate. But it's difficult, isn't it, keeping a tiger under wraps?
Absolutely, and of course the thing is that it was a tale of 3 clearances, we mentioned that earlier. And they're generally the signs of your sharpness in the game, aren't they?
Yes, I think so. And the way that he actually cleared up the balls, Ronnie O'Sullivan, he just made difficult clearances that many players would have just crumbled upon. And all of a sudden he made it look so easy. And that, as we say, is a sign of a player who's really comfortable with his game. He's been practicing well. We know that he may not be match sharp as we think of it in tournaments, but he would have played a lot of competitive matches in the build-up in practice. So, you know, a player of Ronnie O'Sullivan's ability, it doesn't take much to get back on the bike and switch the switch. So as long as that first session didn't go badly for him, I don't think it was a problem.
Is Marcus Campbell still in this?
Well, by his fingertips, I think. And to think that Marcus Campbell probably will be sitting there thinking, well, it could have been totally different. I could have been 5-4 in front.
And if you're Ronnie O'Sullivan, you're happy with your morning's work?
You've got to be delighted. The only thing you've got to worry about, have you peaked too early?
Somehow I don't think so, guys. Well, Ronnie obviously